Cassie first walked into the courtroom day 2 of the Diddy trial, you could hear a pin drop. Now, reportedly, Diddy and Cassie before that hadn't seen each other since 2018, but her gaze was fixed forward as she took the stand. Meanwhile, Diddy kept looking over, stealing glances at her. And I can only imagine how shocked she was when she finally did get a good look at him, because he was wearing a gray crew neck sweater and looked very different, not just from 2018, but from even a few months ago. The only person that I did notice that she was looking at is her husband, Alex. I also noticed that she kept fidgeting in her chair. Now, she is 8.5 months pregnant, but she was also sitting there for hours, getting question after question, and also having to recall a decade's worth of dark memories. When she's speaking, her tone is very matter of fact, and she also was pausing between her words as if she was struggling to get the words out. She's also soft-spoken, but you could also hear her voice shake when she was recalling certain memories. She would also laugh nervously if she didn't understand something, or she would lose her train of thought and ask the prosecutor to ask her the question again. In the beginning, when she was sharing certain stories, her eyes would fill up with tears and she would dab a tissue occasionally, but then at one moment, she just broke down and really started crying. And in that moment, you could tell, even though she's in a better place now, she was crying for her younger self who loved a man so dearly and would do anything to please him. And inside the courtroom, there isn't much commotion. It is federal court, and they are very strict over there. If the judge is in the courtroom, shoop, it is silent. As far as reactions or facial expressions from Cassie's husband to Diddy's kids to the jury, everyone is really stoic. You're not seeing many facial expressions or reactions. At this moment, this jury is very hard to read. There were some raised eyebrows at times, for example. There was one jury member who was smirking when they kept going on and on about baby oil. There was one jury member who just kept going like this, and I couldn't tell if he was tired or if he just couldn't believe what he was hearing. And I did see one or two of them yawning, but you have to understand that they've been here for hours. There's also this one exchange that I thought was interesting where the second witness was on the stand. He's a male exotic dancer, and he was getting cross-examined by Diddy's attorney, Xavier Donaldson. And he asked the attorney if he wanted to clarify something, if he wanted him to clarify something. And he was like, nope, no thank you. And just kind of cut him off. And there were 2 black women in the jury that went, oh, when I tell you that's the most reaction I saw. As far as Diddy's kids go, 6 out of 7 of them were in the courtroom, along with the 7th child's mother. You want to note that the twins, who are 18 years old, and Chance Combs, who's 19 years old, the 3 girls, all left the courtroom when the second witness was called, who is the male exotic dancer. But they were there the next day during Cassie's testimony for the whole thing.